We got to move on. We're going to talk about football now.
Yes.
So it looks like the horror movies are going to have to be pushed to next week because we're already pushing 2 hours. So it's getting late. So I need to say this. The Giants need to fire their kicker.
Did they lose that game?
They just lost on a last-minute field goal
fucking
because they got the touchdown to go ahead, and he missed his second extra point of the game, so they were only up 2. Denver got down the field on 2 plays and kicked the winning field goal.
I think that they have their backup kicker right now. I think the Giants are down to a backup.
I think so, too.
I think Graham
But
Gano
missed
got injured.
2 extra points.
That's terrible.
You got to find somebody better than that. Because Jackson Dart... He did have a turnover, but he had 4 total touchdowns in this game.
Yeah.
In Denver against one of the best defenses in the league.
When we started this game, they were up 26, 8, something like that. And it was
now, the only reason I'm happy Denver won is it looks like the Chargers are going to lose. So Denver is still number 1 in their division, not the fucking Chiefs.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me happy about that. It's like, okay, someone is still number 1 in that division other than that goddamn team that everyone's giving flowers to.
Okay.
Even though they beat up on the fucking Raiders.
So you remember that slurping noise that we heard before?
Yes. Ball slurp.
I've been hearing a lot of that slurp over the Chiefs this last week. Everybody and their cousin is like, the Chiefs are back. The Chiefs are alive. Guys, it's
Detroit.
on like Donkey Kong. Because they beat Detroit with a mysteriously clean sheet.
Yeah, not one
No
penalty.
penalties.
Not one.
No penalties. And a pass that in any other NFL team, including the Bills, would be considered a drop, was miraculously not a drop for Travis Kelce. That's crazy.
Well, you know who was watching in the stadium, Tay-Tay.
You know who was there. So I'm just saying, NFL... If you want me to stop bringing this up, stop making it so easy to bring up.
Yeah.
They did not have a clean sheet. I refuse to believe that because I've seen the holding calls. There were some truly egregious holds in that game. There were some really bad secondary contact or illegal contact in that game. None of it called. Absolutely none of it called. And then you have the I'll admit, that touchdown that the Lions had, there should have been a penalty. You have like maybe 45 seconds, and that's extremely generous to call that a penalty, if you want to call that a penalty. You cannot come back after a minute and say, hey, guess what? Takes backsies. It's not a no. It's not a no. You didn't score. You didn't score. Bring out your field goal. You didn't score. What?
After a minute.
After over a minute.
Yeah.
Of debating and going back and forth on it, you suddenly say, I guess it's not actually a score. Oh, you can't do that and not have everybody and their cousin be like, so you're rigging this for the Chiefs. So I agree. Goff did not reset after touching the center's ass, right? He just ran out. He didn't reset. I agree. You have 30 seconds to make that call. Yeah. Okay? You can't just sit here and wait for infinity to have some salvation from on high come down and say, no, we don't have to give that to them. The Chiefs can still have a chance in this game, guys. The block in the back towards the end of the game, again, I know, technically speaking, not impactful to the result of the game, but I fully understand why Brian Branch fucking threw hands.
Yeah.
This is insane. Everybody was like, you gotta calm down. I'm like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Because we were upset about this last year, and I will not sit for it again. This is fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
This is fucking horse shit. As someone who has watched the Bills commit over a dozen penalties several weeks in a row, this is horse shit. I'm hearing people say, well, those are calls that the home team always gets. Fucking horse shit.
Yeah, that's not the case.
We did not get those calls for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Okay? And we were home for all of those fucking losses, except for the one to the Falcons, which I turned off because opening play, there's a fumble. Epinesa jumps on top of it. Mysterious holding call. It's off the map. So we just can't have anything then, is what you're saying. And I'm not saying we deserve to win that game. We didn't. I ended that game saying we need to fire McDermott and we need to fire Babbage and we need to fire Brady. We need to fire all 3 of these men and start all over again at the end of the offseason. I hope that we can make a wild card. I don't think we're going to win the division. I want Brian Flores. Fire McDermott. Bring in Flores. Let the heads hit the floor, man. Let them roll. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with McDermott not being able to do anything. I'm done with his stupid grandpa glasses. I'm done with his terrible calls. I'm done with his inability to motivate the team. I'm done with all of the fucking penalties, man. Not since Rex
Dude,
Ryan was the
penalties
coach
are
have I seen the
terrible.
team so undisciplined.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck are we doing? Okay? Like, I hate the illegal formation calls. They are, in my opinion, a blight on the game. Because all of a sudden you'll have this big play that everybody was really excited for taken off the board because someone's ankle was turned a little to the wrong direction. Fucking stop, okay? Did it have any impact on the play? No, not at all. The play was on the other side of the field away from where this happened. Then why are we calling it, man? Then what's the point of this? Oh, because it's a penalty. Is it? Is it actually a penalty? If it, like, listen, if someone grabs onto a face mask and pulls a guy to the floor, that's a fucking penalty.
Yes.
This is not a penalty. This is a clerical error that is stopping the entire game so we can all have a chat about this clerical error. Who fucking cares, dude? Nobody fucking cares. Fucking get this shit out of here. It slows the game down. It makes a worse product. It takes great plays off the field. And there's very little to do because a lot of it has to do with players looking to refs and saying, am I set? And then the refs not replying. And then the play starts and the refs throw a flag. The very same guy that the player pointed to and said, am I set? Throws the flag.
Yeah.
And you're just like, then tell him he's not set. That's what we've done. For decades. Okay? For decades we've done that. If he's not set, then tell him he's not set. What the fuck are we doing, man? What is this shit?
It's nuts. It's nuts. And my hope is, and this is off the topic you were just on, but kind of with the whole Josh Allen problem.
Yeah. Oh, the Josh Allen problem.
They've pumped so much money, and a lot of these teams are seeing this now. You see it with the Bengals. You see it with all these teams that put all this money into their quarterbacks.
And Josh technically took a discount.
He took a discount. Look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Baker fucking Mayfield making $33 million a year. Happy as shit. Because honestly, he's smart. I remember Tom Brady once when he took a discount, and they're like, oh, how could you're only making this money? He goes, if I can't feed my family on this fucking amount of money, there's something wrong.
No.
And that's what Baker's taking. And they have such a loaded team that even though they had 19 starters out last game, they still fucking won a game.
Yeah.
A great game. Like, it was a fucking awesome game against, was it Washington they were against?
The Niners. They were playing
Niners,
the Niners last week.
That's right. And it's like,
who's also injured to hell.
Yeah. But it's like they have a $50 million quarterback, and so they had to lose a lot of players on defense. And, well, they're losing a lot of players on defense to injuries. But it's like, I'm hoping teams will realize that when you put all your money into 3 people or 2 people, you're not going to be able to fucking put a team on the field. Buffalo is showing that because their defense is dog shit.
Well, what drives me crazy is that the Bills' defense hasn't had that much turnover in terms of personnel.
No.
The players on the defense are relatively similar to the players from last year and the players from the year before that.
Getting old.
They're getting older.
That's the problem.
And some of them are tragically old.
Yes.
In the same way that I want to fucking fire McDermott, I love Trey White. We have to cut Trey White. He has to be gone.
Yes.
He has to be gone. Not down the depth chart, not as another option later on. He needs to be gone.
Yep.
Because you want to talk about dumb fucking penalties that I can't sit here and be like, the NFL is rigged, it's making it so the Bills can't win. Because all of Trey's penalties are on Trey. Yeah. They're on Trey. It is him doing the most idiotic, stupid fucking bullshit and then turning around and mugging the camera being like, what'd I do? What did I do? What did I do? Fucking stop. Stop with this shit, dumb. Man. I can't stand it. I can't stand that we're still trying to make the Cole Bishop thing work. Listen, if you want more speed out of one of the safeties, put Bishop at corner. Take Trey out. Put Hamlin at safety. It's worth trying. What we're doing isn't fucking working.
It is like
our defense has been abysmal in all but one game, and that one game was against the 0-7 Jets.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean jack fucking shit.
And what's amazing to me is the 2 teams that were right at the top for Super Bowl potential have the worst fucking defense, and that's the Bills and the Ravens.
It's abysmal.
I can't.
At least the Ravens can be like, Kyle Van Noy is injured. Kyle Hamilton is injured. A bunch of our guys that would lead our defense are injured.
Yeah, okay, but even when they were there at the beginning of the season, they still were horrible. Like, think about that first game against Buffalo. Buffalo ran up and down the field on their asses. I mean, so did the Ravens because we didn't realize Buffalo's defense sucked too.
That's the thing.
But it's like, and that's the part that drives me nuts. It's like, how can you? I understand quarterbacks think they deserve to get all the money.
Mm-hmm.
How can you play a position like quarterback and say that your main focus is winning, but knowingly put your team in a hole by taking a quarter of the budget of the team just for yourself when all you need to do is take $15 million less? You can't tell me a player making $40 million a year isn't going to be set for fucking life.
Oh my God, no. Well,
but no, I got to make $60 million.
That's the funny thing is that Josh said, that's why I say Josh technically took a discount, was because he told his agent, don't take them for everything that they're worth. We want a high contract, but I'm going to be living fine. I have a house, I have a truck, I have a wife. I'm going to be fine.
But that's
he still has a $52 million contract.
$52 million. Take, like, I love
$12 million off of that.
Especially, he's a guy that has... And I was laughing at it because in that last game, I think it was a fumble or an interception, and they went to commercial, and the first 2 commercials were him.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if you were making $40 million, that gives money for wide receivers, that gets money for defense, and
those players are all cheaper.
Well, and I think about Rob Gronkowski, who said he never touched his NFL money because he lived off his endorsements.
Yes. No, that's the thing is that Josh is making money hand over fist on his endorsements.
Yes. So you don't need 50. It's the LeBron James thing.
Yeah.
He always needs the biggest contract, even though he's a billionaire. Dude, take a fucking discount. Play for $10 million. Do
you know how much of a hero you would be to the community? Dude. Like, the community would instantly welcome you in as an everyman for making $10 million.
Once again, Baker fucking Mayfield.
Yeah.
He could literally do what Trump said and walk onto the streets of Tampa and shoot somebody, and they'd be like, oh, Baker didn't do it. Yeah. They fucking adore him, and I adore him. He's my favorite player in the fucking league right now. And it's because I'm saying he took less. It is also what they offered him coming off of playing 1 year.
Yeah.
But still... He has never griped about it.
No.
As good as he's playing, as tough as he's dealt, he's never griped about it.
Well, and it makes me wonder about things like, would we have Rasul Douglas still?
Yeah.
If Allen had a cheaper contract. Who would we still have if Allen had a cheaper contract?
In free agency, what wide receiver could
we have gotten? Could we have gotten somebody that could really help? Because I like Shakir, but
you don't have a number 1.
Okay, Coleman is not a number 1 receiver. He's a 3 receiver.
Yes, you have a team
best.
of 3s.
Yes. And it's just like, that's not going to do it. Nope. And you refuse to play the short game with your tight ends, and you mysteriously refuse to run the ball. And then you'll also take James Cook out when you do run the ball on 3rd down. And you're just like, what is happening? Yep. We have fully gotten to the point now where I was texting people, and the resounding response I got was, what do you think it is that you do here, McDermott? What would you say it is you do? Because frankly, I don't know what you did. We weren't prepared for any of the last 3 teams that we faced. We haven't been prepared for any team since the Jets, I would argue.
Yeah.
We are undisciplined as hell. We don't seem to know anything about the rules for playing football. Everything is just give it to Josh, he'll solve the problems.
Yeah.
That's not a solution, guys. That's not going to work. For one thing, people are getting better at tackling Josh. For another thing, that has nothing to do with the fucking defense. I'm going to go back to what I said about Tua last year. When the Dolphins fans were all saying, well, if Tua just comes back, we'll be fine. If Tua just comes back, we'll be fine. Tua didn't play on defense. Josh doesn't play the defense, okay? Just because Josh is going to give you a chance on offense doesn't mean that he's going to win the game. So what, we're going to win every game 50-40, except we can't score more than 20 points in a fucking game. So this is not a plan. This is the antithesis of a plan.
I am very curious to know exactly what the offer and the full court press they put on for Micah Parsons. Because if
Daquan and 2 ones. Daquan and 2 ones. Daquan Jones, 2 ones. I know he's injured now, but before the season began, Daquan Jones, 2 ones.
But the package was good, but I think it was something that Parsons...
No, that's what I would give. I don't know what the Bills offered.
But, like, to me, knowing their defense... Like, you look at their defense on paper, and you can tell that it's old, it's not quick. You have injury-prone people like, what's his face?
Milano
was out again. Fucking out again. Dude, I would have done anything to get Parsons because regardless of, I mean, he is playing great on
the
Green Bay, but he has lifted that entire fucking defense.
Well, apparently, I don't know the veracity of all of this, but apparently Jerry only called 2 teams. The Packers and the Eagles. Because that's Jerry doing Jerry things.
Such a fucking dickhead.
The
fact that they won tonight too against Washington.
Once again,
so
Kevin Feige
mad.
meet Jerry Jones. This is the plan. This is how we do all things now.
Jerry Jones with his thumbs up middle finger.
Oh yeah, if I wanted to flip someone off, I would have flipped him off. I was doing the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Fuck
idiot.
you, Jerry. Fuck you, Jerry.
That does piss me off that they won so big today. They won 44 to.
I mean, it's because they got CD back.
44 to 22.
They have CD, Dak, and George Pickens all playing at a high level. That's all it is. They have no defense. They have no ability to stop the run. But as the Panthers showed, but as long as, what was this final score? 44-22. As long as you can put up 40, it turns into a race. And so it just becomes that.
And I have to do a
God,
shout out.
Raiders, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, they're horrible. They're easily now. I honestly think I would put them ahead of the Titans as the worst team in football.
At this point, Tom Brady
terrible.
needs to help them cheat to make them relevant.
No, they need to find out who made the decision on Geno Smith.
Pete Carroll. I will guarantee you it was Pete Carroll. He is
And
not a long-term
Pete Carroll's
solution.
got to be done.
He's got to be done
this year. Got to be done.
He's got to be done.
They got to try to find a way to get one of these like really young, great coaches to go in there and just fucking try to fix that shit.
Knowing them, they're going to end up with like Dabo Sweeney from Clemson and Arch Manning, and everybody's going to be like, they're going to be great, and then they're going to suck, and they're going to be fucking terrible, and it's just going to be like more trouble in the desert.
Going around that the next replacement would be McCarthy.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So
I've heard that he's going to go to Tennessee, who also fucking blew it today. You had a chance to beat the Patriots, and you fucking blew it.
Dude, the Patriots look fucking good.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I know you don't want to talk about it. Okay, so I want to do a shout out to.
I would rather have the Jets be good. I would trade 100% the Patriots for the Jets in this season. If the Patriots were 0-7 and the Jets were actually winning the division, I'd be like, you know what? I don't like it, but I'll sign for it.
So I gotta say this. I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. So if Detroit, and I'm hoping this because I do love Tampa, if Detroit could find a way to lose, they will be tied with the 4-2 Chicago Bears, who have won 4 in a row. And today they won.
Yes, they did.
Against a bad team.
Yes.
With quite possibly the worst offensive performance in the world. Their defense, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they've come out of nowhere after those first couple games. Their defense is killing it now. That offensive performance today, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see last week's offensive performance, which was outstanding, and they crushed it. And then this week, you're like, but they still fucking won 4 in a row. Hey, once again, they still suck. The fact that I think, I can't remember who they play next week, but they have the potential to be tied for first. Like, Green Bay pulled it out today, but they looked like they were going to lose.
Yeah.
And if they lost, they would have been tied for first place in the North.
I really want the Bears to be good, man. I love it when the Bears are good. I love the idea of the Bears being good with a good offense. That's hilarious to me.
I can't quite understand why they're having the issues they're having on offense.
I think it's just a growing issue. I think that Caleb
it is only
still
the 6th game he's played with his new coach. And
I think
new
that
offensive coordinator.
this is something that I was thinking about today was because I was watching the Vikings game with the Eagles, and everybody was talking about whether or not they should bring in the baby. I can't remember.
J.J. McCarthy?
McCarthy, yeah.
Okay.
Whether they should bring him in against the Eagles because he's technically healthy, but it's a rough assignment. So they trotted out Carson Wentz, who had one of the worst games I've ever seen a quarterback play. Holy shit! Holy shit!
They still almost won that game.
And between that and Bryce Young and all these other young quarterbacks, people are writing them off. And I'm like, you are sending a sapling out. You have to let it grow, and the only way it will grow is to continue to nurture it, okay? I'm not saying that you have to let it be burned by fire, okay? I get it. There's certain things that the sapling should not be put out to do. But you also have to be fucking patient with this shit, because it takes fucking time. Look at Baker in his first 3 seasons. He was a very different, if exactly the same player. Right, in terms of the decision making that he did, all the things that he did. Moreover, how he would get a little too eye of the tiger about stuff like injuries and other things. He seems to be making better decisions now. You look at Jackson Dart in his first game where he slid down, where he didn't slide down, actually. Yeah. Meaningfully, he was running all the time, and everybody was like, get the fuck down. Yeah, get down. These kids need time to grow, and I'm not saying that's going to work out for everybody. Look at Trevor Lawrence, who's just like, for every one game he has like 3 games that are bad.
And people always talk about like NFL busts, like guys that just go out who are supposed to be good and do really bad. He was supposed to be the next.
He was going to be Peyton Manning. He was going to be Tom Brady.
Fuck, he is not good, dude. Oh. Now, mind you, that first year with Urban Meyer, fuck, dude. If you want to fuck a quarterback up, that's the way to do it. And being a Bears fan, totally understand how to fuck up a quarterback in their first year. We're experts at it.
Although I will say the ironic thing about that is that unless he had somehow dropped, which he was never going to do, to third to go to the Niners, which was never going to happen, if for somehow he ended up with the Jets, he would have ended up in the exact same situation. Absolutely. He would be just as bad now if he ended up with the Jets as with the Jags. So, I want teams. Moreover, I want fan bases to be more patient with some stuff. I'm so tired of fan bases being like, "Oh, Bryce Young sucks." It's like, dude, he's been in the league for 2.5 years.
Yeah, on one of the worst franchises in the league.
He's had several head coaches at this point, some of them not offensive minded.
And his rookie year, before he even stepped on the field, they traded away the number 1 wide receiver on their team. It's my team, so thank you.
Yeah.
But they trade away their number 1 wide receiver and be like, here you go.
And he has an owner that is the height of impatient.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't imagine the pressure that he feels in the building. So, like, give the guy time, man. He's
like 3'2". Yeah. It's like Kevin Hart out there throwing a football.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, everybody sat down and said, "Oh, Stroud is the clear pick. Look at the evidence of 1 year. Stroud was the clear pick." And then you fast forward to now, and it's like, but really? I think they're about the same.
There was a turning point in C.J. Stroud, which I love. It keeps getting pointed out on First Things First, which I love that show. Even though Nick Wright is, I can't take him talking about the Chiefs. But when he's not talking about the Chiefs, he's great. It's just when he incessantly talks about the Chiefs, it drives me nuts.
I don't know.
In fact, he had one of the best. It was during the George Floyd. I think it might have been around that time, because he married an African American woman, and he has a grown son now, a stepson, whatever. But he was like talking about having conversations with his son, and his son talking about how terrified he is, and he's crying, telling this beautiful story, and I'm like, right there, I loved him. Mm-hmm. But, talking about Chiefs sucks. But anyway. Oh, C.J. Stroud. He points out there was a game last year when they beat the Bears. And at the end, C.J. Stroud pulled Caleb aside and gave him like a, now, it's going to be okay. Call me and we'll talk about it. Ever since that, he's gone to shit. Yeah. And people call that the come to Jesus moment for him. Because he was like acting like he was this big thing because he had one good year. And then he's gone to shit ever since then.
Well, the same thing happened with Jaden Daniels. Everybody last year was like, Jaden Daniels, oh, this guy's going to run the NFL for the next 10 years. And then you fast forward to this year, and he's not bad, but he's been injured. He's had an up and down season. He's had some bad opponents. He's had some bad breaks. The Dan Quinn curse continues to kind of ruffle some feathers over there. So, like, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where you never know. Remember, when Josh was drafted, people thought it was way too high.
He was terrible in the first
couple years. And he was awful for like the first 3 years. People are like, no, after year 2, he got better. No. I watched that. Why do you think I still call him Tall Boy? Because every once in a while, he makes a decision that only a 7-year-old will make. And you're like, what the actual fuck are you doing? Yep. You are not a man. You are a child. Stop being a child. When you are a man, I will call you man. Until then, you are a child. Yeah. And dude won an MVP, and I still call him Tall Boy. There's an argument to be made that he should be Tall Man after that, which is made better because I feel like now I have.
Once again, who gives a fuck about MVP?
Well, like, that's the thing, is that it was one of those, like,
get to a Super Bowl. Don't even win one.
Yes,
get to a Super Bowl.
Get to the Super Bowl. That's why until he gets there, I won't call him Tall Man.
Yeah,
I came up with an even better name. I want to call him Atlas because he's fucking tall and he holds the whole sky up. Okay, when he's gone, the sky falls. Okay, he's fucking Atlas. I want to call him Atlas. I can't call him Atlas until he earns the name.
And I want everyone who is a fanboy for Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert to remember this. Rex Grossman took his team to the Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
Remember that.
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
Trent Dilfer won a fucking Super Bowl. Didn't he go to one with the Ravens too?
He won the one with the Ravens.
What about the one with Tampa? No, that wasn't
That was
him.
Brad Johnson.
That was Brad Johnson. Yeah, Brad Johnson
won a Super Bowl.
But they were at least competent quarterbacks. Rex Grossman fucking sucked.
Jimmy Garoppolo went to a Super Bowl.
And almost won.
You know why? Because he had
Garoppolo.
a defense and skill players around him. Okay? Honestly, I think the best thing that could happen to our culture is to adopt a sense of honor and mentality to what we do, which is to say that I don't know if you need a plaque or whatever, but when you make a certain amount of money, you should be able to look at yourself, look at the world around you, and say, the thing I can do to make this place better is to not make money anymore.
Yeah.
To let other people make money, because I have $100 million and I will literally never spend that money in my entire life. Okay. And if you need to have like a escrow account with like savings just in case that gets some money put into it by whatever invention or thing that you made, cool, whatever, great. But nobody needs to be a billionaire. There don't need to be any billionaires, because what's the point of that? We don't have a recession because of this, that, or the other thing. We have a recession because there's so many billionaires and they're holding on to all of the money. And so now there's no money for everybody else because the billionaires all have the money. Okay. And now they're buying homes and selling them to people or renting them to people. I came up with this idea that Home Depot is going to have to start lobbying for home ownership because their main business model is being able to do renovations to your home, which no one can do now because everyone rents.
Yep. And even rents. There's a young lady I work with who has a 1-bedroom apartment in Greece, I think it was. No, in Park Ave area. And it's $2,000 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
For a 1-bedroom.
Exactly. It's
survive on
not
that
attainable. You can't do it. You can't do it.
I do have to say, going back to football, last week was the first time I did a jump out of my seat, scream, yell. People thought I was dying. 3rd and 14, Baker Mayfield rush. That to me is the play of the year. That was the most, and when he gets up and like cocks his arms. Dude, I fucking love that guy. Like, we talked about it. I love Jackson Dart. I love the running back.
Cam Scattaboo.
Scattaboo. Love those guys.
I worry for Scattaboo's brain.
Oh, I
have deep concerns for Scattaboo's brain.
I don't think he has one. I think he has just a boulder in his head.
Well, he apparently, like, to get himself charged up for the game, he'll ram himself into walls before the game. It's like, dude, Gus Frerotte did that.
Gus Frerotte, I was just going to say that,
and it did not go well. No, like, the thing that I find funny about Jackson Dart is that he is such a baby, not in terms of like his performance or in terms of his mentality, but merely in the fact that he uses his eye black to replicate Anakin Skywalker, which is like all at once you're like, okay, I guess. And that's kind of cool in a way. And it leads to the nickname Darth Vader, which is pretty good. That's not bad. That's not a bad nickname. But at the same time,
it's like,
dude, I don't know how to tell you this. That movie is fucking trash.
Yeah.
It's
also,
fucking trash.
Take your goddamn chain off.
Why do players play with jewelry on?
I hate that.
Aqib Talib is going to come through and snatch all y'all's chains.
They need. I want that to happen.
Yeah.
Because when they lose a $50,000 necklace, it's like, well.
Yeah, there goes.
Just like the old Ricky Williams days when he had the dreads. And like, no, you can fucking tackle those.
Are,
and they
you
would
can
fucking
grab
rip
those
them out
and
of his
pull them
head.
down. Yeah. No, Justin Jefferson plays with like thousands of
fucking
dollars
stupid.
of diamonds around his neck every
so
game. It's
dumb.
like, why?
It's
Why?
so
This
dumb.
is insane. Why are you doing this? You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. The last thing I wanted to talk about on football, and then we can close out the show, is just that, listen, things are bad in life. And I'm very frustrated about a lot of things within the football realm. And the only thing that is keeping my spirits up is how bad the Jets are. Aaron Glenn making a myriad of excuses for just some of the worst play calling I've ever seen in an NFL game. I mean, at least try for the Hail Mary. He's sitting here like, but what if Denver got it back? There's 5 seconds left in the half. Just try. Just try. Here's an idea. Just try. And the Dolphins just fully self-immolating. Just like they've lit themselves on fire like some kind of protesting monk, and they are just burning, baby.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's really bad. And particularly, I just want to sit here and point and laugh because I'm on a bye week and I don't have to stress about this right now or worry that the football gods are going to snap at my butt later this week, which they will. They will. I know this. So I'm going to sit here and trash it anyway and let the football gods damn me as they will. Tua's post game last week is fucking hilarious.
Dude.
It might be the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. You want to see a man fully de-pants himself in front of the media? Holy shit. There's nothing like saying leaders of the team need to hold people accountable. Tua, you're the quarterback.
You're the
captain of the team. You are the leader of the team. What are you talking about? At the very least, say, me and the other leaders. We, as leaders, try and frame it in some way that sounds like you are one of them. Because right now, it sounds like no one listens to you because you're not a leader on the team.
I'll be honest, when that press conference ended, if I was ever an owner of a team, right there and then I would fire the head coach.
Well, you know what was funny is that the owner went down to the field because he thought they were going to win that game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
He went down to the field to celebrate, and then they fucking blow it.
Yep.
And he has to watch them blow it, and it's awesome because he fucking sucks as a human being. He's not
terrible.
a good guy.
No, he's horrible.
Stephen Ross, not a good guy.
No.
And then you have Tua blaming everybody but himself, taking no accountability, pulling a full Zach Wilson, who, let's remember, is the backup to Tua. So if you take out Tua, who do you have? Zach Wilson. Is that one of the leaders that's not pulling their weight on the team, Tua? And then you have Mike McDaniel, who I want to like for a variety of reasons. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's got a good attitude.
I want to like him too, man. I hate the pants.
The pants, I don't really care about the pants. People have brought up the pants a lot recently, and I'm like, he's been doing that for like 5 years.
I don't know why
that's
that bothers
not new.
me. It's just weird.
But like my thing is that he's got a good brain on him.
Yeah.
He does not have a good mouth when it comes to speaking, at least when he's lost.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he's talked like this when he won too, but like as a rambly man, case in point, this exact moment, this dude sometimes just needs to shut up.
Yeah.
He just needs to stop talking. And Tua, I think that goes double for you. And then they came back this week and they lost to Dylan Gabriel and the Browns by 25 points.
Yes.
Oh, if anything could make me feel better about this season and the downward trajectory we're on.
And the Jets lost.
And the Jets fucking lost to the Panthers.
In New York.
Who scare me because they're more real than people seem to imagine.
Oh, very much so.
And so, like, we're going to lose to the Panthers and we're going to lose to the Chiefs. I know this. This we know.
You can't lose to the Chiefs.
We're going to.
You can't.
We're going to.
You're in Buffalo. It's the last time you're going to be playing them in that stadium.
It's going to happen. Strap in, folks. Get ready. It's happening.
It can't.
We're going to see.
Hell, I can't mentally take
Dude,
that.
I can't. I have tickets to the Buccaneers game, and I'm sitting here like, this is going to be a shit show. This is going to be a fucking shit show, man.
That's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Because they'll have all the receivers back by then.
You remember when we were going to have the easiest schedule in the NFL because we were playing the NFC South and the AFC North? And it's like, well, half of that is true, and the other half of it we're fucked on because we are a bad football team.
Yeah.
So, but hey, Joe Flacco can get traded in division. I guess that's fine.
Which that was
hilarious,
a fucking amazing game.
Incredible.
Did you watch that game?
I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights.
Dude, I watched it all the way to the very end. I'm like, this game is fuck. And no one has talked about this. Aaron Rodgers threw a perfect 65-yard in the air Hail Mary that what's his nuts?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf just jumped wrong.
Yeah.
If he would have planted properly, they won that game. I was blown away that a 41-year-old person could throw a football 65 yards on a fucking rope.
I just love that people are calling it the Icy Hot Bowl.
Yeah, it was great.
It was fucking great.
And I do
the AARP Bowl.
When the game ended and the two quarterbacks came together, I loved that moment because they were both smiling like, dude, we're 81 years old combined, and we just played one of the best games of the year.
The biggest thing I think that is, if anybody is curious about what the NFL, how the NFL has changed in the last 15 to 20 years, look up the quote that Tom Brady has about how he feels about playing in the NFL in his 40s versus earlier. He was talking to Steve Young, and Steve Young tells this story about how Tom Brady basically said, "It's Christmas.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Like, the water is perfect. We can play for as long as we want to. Nobody can touch me. The middle is fully open.
That's why when
the flats
people
are always
calling,
open.
Like, Mahomes and all that is the greatest ever. It's like, no, they're fucking not. Mahomes and Allen and them never had to line up against Ray Lewis.
No.
Period.
No. You never actually had to play real defense.
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
You want to talk about somebody who deserves to be paid as the highest player on a team? Whoever leads the defense should be the highest paid player on that team. And then the quarterback should be, because he touches the ball every play, because he's so instrumental to everything, it's part of the honor of the position. You want all that responsibility. It also comes with this responsibility of not taking the big paycheck.
And you will be the one to get all the endorsements.
Yes. Because you're the face of the team.
You're the face of the team.
So if you perform well and you're the face of the team, then making $10 million is not that big a deal because you're going to be making money hand over fist everywhere else. And having a wide receiver make a ton of money is, in my opinion, better, even though they touch the ball less, because that holds them to some level of accountability.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're paying you all this money. If you're not performing, we're going to get rid of you.
And I love Mike Tomlin when he was asked about Joe Flacco coming to, he's like,
oh, he was pissed.
And because he knew Flacco could still throw it down the field. And when you have Chase and Higgins,
ended
up being what Chase caught 16 out of 20 targets or something like that.
He knew that it would be easier to game plan against Browning than against Flacco.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All the people saying that the Bengals were going to be fine and that Browning was going to see them through this. Hilarious.
But
that's a funny fucking joke.
I think, honestly, with Flacco, there's someone to be reckoned with because, once again, he can wing that thing down the field. And when you have those wide receivers...
He has big Fitztragic energy.
He does.
It's either going to work or it's not. And as soon as it doesn't work, it's bad.
The only big difference, though, is they have gone to teams and had that initial success, but in reality, they didn't really have great weapons on the teams they get sent to.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one, Fitzmagic, when he was with the Dolphins, they didn't really have anybody. They still ended up beating the Patriots in that one game. But
kind of as
it's like, you have these weapons. And the tight end, too, that he used to play with in Denver, which when they said Flacco played in Denver, I'm like, fuck, I forgot that
Flacco played in Denver.
I forgot he did, too. But it's like, God damn, man. That was such a it was a fucking phenomenal game. It was so good.
It was a good weekend of football. I will say, having not had any cards in the game on this one, it was nice just to sit back and be like, oh, interesting. The Colts and Chargers, they're really going at it.
I got to say, for last week, I got absolutely destroyed in fantasy football. This week, I am set up to win in one league. I'm like a 75% chance, and then in my other league, I'm like, it's not even close.
Yeah,
I'm up 141 to 65.
Wow.
The person I'm playing against has 3 players left. I have Egbuka, so it's like he's gonna get me a bunch.
If he's in, he might not start tomorrow. I don't know.
I think he'll play, but I think they'll put him in, but they'll keep Evans out for another game.
Probably. He's a lot older.
Yeah, and it's like every year he has that.
He has a soft tissue injury.
Which the thing I'm sad about is it's set up right now for him to not hit 1,000 yards this year
for the first time in his career.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Which I fucking wanted him to break that record 11 years in a row, but he's stuck at 10.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe he'll have 200-yard games.
Who knows?
All right, folks. Man, that was a great show. It was a marathon. Sorry we couldn't get to the horror, but that was NerdPod Generations episode 175. We really hope you enjoyed it again.
The dead bodies in this episode, if you were closely looking, they were in Tales of Yote and in the NFL. Those were where the dead bodies were in this
and
review.
And a lot of horror in the NFL, too.
And I would say we eviscerated Marvel and left them whining on the floor.
Yes.
And Nintendo, just no.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily say Nintendo. I'd say the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, that's fair. But who's daddy in that situation?
I honestly think the Pokemon Company. I think they dangle Pokemon like Square Enix did with Final Fantasy.
I just don't think that they're ever going to leave Nintendo.
I don't know. If Nintendo pisses them off, then right now Sony's building a handheld. They could be like, "Well, fuck you. We're gonna pull Final Fantasy and go over there," and then that would be
we'll see.
Days. So, anyways, folks, NerdPod Generations 175. Please go to nerdpodgen.com. And Al, who does our artwork and our music?
Our art is by Kortney Howell. Our music is by Brendan Williams and James
Next
Connolly.
week we will talk horror movies.
We will actually talk about horror movies.
Yes.
We have to talk about the Knights of Badassdom, which is just like, I'm just so lost in the sauce on that movie.
Fucking love it.
I've never watched a movie where you know when you pull out cookies and you got the ingredients wrong and you're just like, I mean, it's still a cookie and it still tastes good, but like, Huh.
It's fucking awesome.
I don't know about this one, guys.
It is the B movie of B. Like the
fact this that might be a D movie of B movies.
That it doesn't have trauma before its name still surprises me.
Honestly, the cast is the only thing that really makes that feel not like a trauma movie.
And to think that, okay, we'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So, Nerdbot Generations, folks. Hope you have a great week.
Have a great week, friends and enemies.